Yes, hello guys, welcome back again. It's been quite some time now. I've been having a little bit of stuff doing, but yeah, I'm with you guys again, trying to talk about why many agents fail. You see, a lot of time we agents, you write the agent exam, you get your license, and then boom, something happens. You start feeling when you call clubs, the clubs don't respond to you. You ask, what is happening? I think my license. I was thinking that when I have a license, when I just tell a club that, hello, I'm this person, I'm a FIFA license agent. Everything will just go. They'll say, "Oh, how many players do you have?" The club, you say, "Well, I have 15 players." You say, "Okay, but which ones are good?" You say, "Okay, maybe I have three good ones and some upcoming prospect." And they say, "Okay, can you bring the three on trials? Let's see." That is the feeling you have when you have a license. You feel untouchable. Then, but reality hits you when you start calling clubs and they ghost you. Many agents have been there. Yeah. So but how do you solve this problem? How do you solve this conundrum? How do you solve this situation that many people think this is quite hard? The reality is not easy, but you have to be strong. Yeah. So, but I'm going to break down some few things that can help you. In the football world, relationship matters a lot. You have to understand. I'm going to make this like a storytelling thing because there's no time for me to read books and all whatsoever telling people. I'm just going to tell you as a storytelling. So in the football, you have to always anticipate, create your own imagination, then pick also from people, keep building, pick also from people that you are learning from, the people who have been there and done it. Okay, so let's take for example, if you have a role model as an agent, always try to follow how he does things. Ask him question. If he doesn't answer, try to keep finding your route. So let me give an example. I was in Norway last week. Yes, and I was interviewing sporting directors, CEOs, and head of recruitment of various teams. So within this process of interview, what I discovered is that you build relationship also in that moment. There's a CEO or a sporting director who might like your vibes just by interviewing him, and then the person sees that, oh, this person talks sense, and I'm going to try to, if he says something of a player that he has a player, I would like to go with him because he looks more genuine. That person, someone who finds himself in this kind of spaces, it's quite easy to make a deal with the club at one point in time because they see him face to face. But I know also getting to those places is not easy. But how do you get to those places? You need to create value. You need to find yourself, push yourself going there. So, yeah, today I'm going to give you a little bit of tips on how to go there. Let's take, for example, if I'm living in Finland and a club, I want to start working with a club or I want to sell player to a club in Oslo or whatsoever club it might be in Denmark, whatsoever. If I contact them, they don't, if I contact them, they don't answer. The best thing I can do is let me try to go watch their training session. When you go watch their training session, you're going to meet one or two people who are working for the club. Having to know someone who is working for the club, it doesn't mean that you always, if you build from there, then it's very important. Just know someone who works for the club, then it helps you a lot. So let's take, for example, if I went to Oslo, of course, I was going based on program that I was interviewing CEO, sporting director. But even if I didn't have appointment with people, what I would do is I will actually go and just watch trainings. And when you watch training, as I always say, the head of academic development is always there. The sporting director is always there. So while watching training, you can pitch. It doesn't, yes, if you do, let me say, if you just travel to another country, if you go to 5 clubs, you can pitch to one person. And inside that one person you pitch, you get one good contact that you have traveled. You save that contact and keep that contact alive in your phone. If you do this with many other options or many teams, you're going to get a lot of contacts. The problem we agents have is by having the license and sitting at the same place and just picking phones and calling people. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. You cannot win because most of the time when you call, people are going to ghost you and you're going to start feeling discouraged. So you need to be taking those giant steps, those little steps. The thing also with this kind of industry is that when you're doing this, you feel like nothing is happening. But I'll tell you, the more people you create contact with and build good reputation with just by watching and talking a good talk, you can start linking people together, you can start connecting people, and people can start knowing. They say, you just need one, not one deal, you need just a deal. And when that deal comes, it feels like it's now like your reference to say, okay, the player who plays for example, FC Copenhagen is my player. I scouted him back when he was this age. You can use him like a reference, and then other players start following you, and then other clubs are listening to you. That he has a good taste of player. So do not sit on the same spot. That's the same mistake many people agents make and they fail. Do not sit on the one spot thinking that because you have a license it's going to happen. Put yourself into the market. Hustle hard. I hate that word called hustle hard because it almost feels like you're doing something very physical. But anyway, you understand what you understand what I mean. Try to work hard by calling people. If you call, let's say it's quite draining, I'll tell you that, because if you call a club, a sporting director in a club and book an appointment that you want to come, let's take for example in Denmark or whosoever place, Germany, and that people don't speak, they don't pick. There are thousands of clubs. Keep trying one, and when starting, look for clubs that you feel they will always try to need players from your market. Go for them, and when the players start playing there, you start you start growing gradually, you start building your CV gradually, and then you succeed. So that's how it's very important. Start somewhere, it's very important. Okay. So this is just a little bit of story I wanted to tell you people that having the license is a big thing, which is very important. But now also the more bigger thing is getting into the market and starting to work hard. But believe me, if you put yourself in there, if you put yourself there and start working hard, doing the things I'm saying, moving from scouting from one place to another, you're going to get players that are going to start following you after some time. It might take time, but if you keep doing that consistently, you're going to get moving. So in the beginning of anything, it's always hard, but when you start going, you see that you start. If you turn and look back, you see that I've actually done a lot. I never knew I could reach this level. It's almost like they say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So start doing this kind of movement, because most of the time when you call a sporting director, because you have no value, he also doesn't respond. But when you trust me, when you have started selling players to big clubs, when you call a sporting, you don't even call it, when you send your this and just send your transfer market to a sporting director, he sees that actually this person is doing something, so he starts also respecting you. So because in the football industry, if you have not created that level of respect, you have to start scrapping, let me say, doing the hard yard first. See, when you create that level of respect, that sporting director respects you now, that you can call them for a meeting, they book you on, and you can meet people chat. Okay. But when you have not developed that respect, you still need to build it. Like everything. So that's just what I had for you people. And I said I wanted people to enjoy this. It's been long years, so I hope I keep coming because I'm always a little bit tired. I just came back from Oslo, having some meeting with CEOs, sporting directors. I'll be going again to another country probably in next 2 months or 3 months. It just depends what country I fancy. But yeah, but I'm always with you guys. I'll try to keep you guys updated on what I'm doing. And I really enjoy what I'm this online stuff. So it's almost like a place I come to, like, try to give people the idea of what I'm doing. So that's why, as much as each time I remember, I try to come back to always be here, because it's the best place for me to always talk, because I know there's someone always coming to listen, and there are people and everyone that have been telling me thanks for the video. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Yes, when I come and read the comment, that's why I keep coming back and saying, okay, I have to I have to deliver a message for someone to learn and kickstart his own career. So for some of you, when you finish watching this video, if you come across this video, know that when I always see that those messages, it keeps making me come back. So if you want me to keep coming back also, when you just finish watching this video, always leave a comment. It's that comment that makes me, when I have a little bit of time, I say, oh, I have to come back and give something back to these people. This is what I've done. I was in Oslo. I was interviewing CEO and sporting directors. I got this information from them. I come to deliver to you people because I want you to be successful as well. Okay, guys, take care and have a nice one. Cheers. Bye.